Ed Sheeran, Castle on the Hill. How you doing? It's Jamie East. It's 12 minutes past 12 with you till 1. Kate Lawler's in from 1 until 4. John Holmes is covering for Matt Richardson, who's at Harry Potter World in America, because he's aged 10. So John Holmes in from 4 until 7 covering Drive Time. Tim Cocker in from 7 until 11. Now, what do these two songs have in common, right? Have a listen to this. Jeff Beck, Hi Ho Silver Lining. I mean, you know, Stone Cold classic. And this. What a tune. Dubious of nature, but what a tune. That's your Tem, Serge Gainsbourg and Jane Birkin. Now, both of those songs have in common the man who I have on the end of the phone. He's one of Britain's oldest yet most successful drummers. Dougie Wright, are you there, sir?
I am, sir.
How are you?
Great.
Now I'm looking at a list of tracks that you've played on, and my goodness me, Dougie, between 58 and 77, I don't know why I'm telling you this. You know you were there. You were the Britain's most in-demand session drummer, and you played on hits for Cilla Black, Jeff Beck, Herman's Hermits, Bowie, McCartney. Goodness me, mate, you must have been shattered.
Well, it was hard going.
But ultimately very satisfying, I bet.
It was hard going. It was a job of work, you know.
Now, tell me, it's a bit different to how it is nowadays. Nowadays, things like this are tightly controlled by the Musicians' Union. There are PRS, there's PPL involved, there's all of that kind of stuff. But back in the day, you were paid, I would imagine, a small wage to turn up, and that's it. That's the last you heard of it.
Well, in the 60s, for a 3-hour session, recording session, Musicians' Union scale was £7.
£7 a day?
For a 3-hour session.
Blimey.
And for a 2-hour session, it's not exactly pro rata, but it was 5 guineas. That dates me, doesn't it, really?
Wow. It certainly does.
And, of course, you got 5 shillings porterage on top of that. That was for your petrol money, get your kit to the studio and back home again, you know?
Blimey. So describe it for me. So you turn up at a studio. Would you have any idea of who you'd be playing with that day, or what song you'd be doing, or was it all pretty much done on spec?
Well, it was all sight reading. Sometimes we had a faint inclination who's going to be the artist was going to be.
Yeah. But
generally speaking, I was up about 7:30 in the morning on the road at 8:30 for a 10 o'clock start at the West End. 10 till 1, and then pack it all up again and go on to the next studio, 2:30, 5:30, pack it up again, 7 till 10 in the evening, pack it all up again, maybe a late night jingle of 11 till 12, and then try and get back home and get some sleep, and the same again following day.
Good Lord.
Oh, there might be an early morning jingle as well, Jimmy.
We all have an early morning jingle, Dougie, let's be honest.
8 until 9.
Good, yeah. How did you know? Yeah. Now, did you, when you were playing some of these songs, because you've played on some Stone Cold classics, I mean, take me through because, you know, they're all very, very different songs as well. So something like Bye Bye Baby for the Bay City Rollers.
Yeah. Well, you know, we had to be adaptable. We didn't know who we were working with most of the time anyway. And we got to the studio, set it up, and they gave us the music, in walked a singer or whatever it might be, instrumentalist, and off you jolly well went. But it was sight reading. You didn't have a chance to look at it. But within 15 minutes, we topped and tailed it with the orchestra, sound balance, we were recording it.
Good Lord.
And you might hear it for the next 50 years.
And how did you? I mean, obviously, sight reading. To those that don't know, sight reading is basically reading sheet music, which is difficult enough when it's just for a piano or a guitar. As an ex-drummer myself, sight reading drumming is extraordinarily difficult. It's
a case of doing it and getting used to it. You see, I came up through the dance band days of the 1950s, and all the drummers were reading music for dancing.
Yeah.
All the orchestrations were done for the whole band, including a drum part for the guy to read.
Wow.
And then that stood me a good stead when I joined the John Barry 7. We were a backing band, and we were just backing everybody, Russ Conway, the King Brothers, people of this nature. In the late 50s, Jerry Dorsey, who turned into Engelbert Humperdinck.
Wow, so he did, that's right.
Yeah, and we used to back him on stage. Marty Wilde. And John Barry had all the stuff written out for us. We just had cheap little file after file, whichever artist came on stage, we backed them. We were on stage all night, backing other people.
Take me through...
That was a great forerunner of my my session days then.
Yeah, I bet. Now, take me through recording of Je T'aime. What was the atmosphere like in the studio that day?
Well, it was quite interesting.
I would imagine it was. Was Serge and Jane there?
Oh, yeah.
Was it? Because it was all done as live, I presume.
Well, I did Serge's work for 12 years, actually.
Wow,
Stuff.
he's a hero. He
is. And they still play it a great deal, of course. I still hear it all the time.
Yeah.
But Jane was formerly Mrs. John Barry, you see.
Oh, I see.
As well. I won't go into that story, but
please do.
They got together, and it was a very interesting scenario because this we didn't know what it was going to turn out like, but we did the backing track. They did the live, the guide voices were put on, or Serge's guide voice, excuse me, and then we had to listen to it in the studio then when they were putting the real master voices on. You see,
wow.
The proper voices, if you like, to make it a master disc. And of course, we had a bit of a giggle about what was going on, and suddenly we heard that it'd been banned by the BBC, and anything that's banned goes to number one, doesn't it?
Of course it does, yeah, tell Holly Johnson. Now, you must, is it annoying to know, does it get on your nerves that you didn't become massively rich off the back of these?
No, I'm still in command of my senses. I didn't use substances. None of the guys did. None of the session people did.
No time.
You had to have a clear mind.
Yes.
In a studio. Oh, we had a few drinks. Yeah, of course.
So you've got all your faculties. That's what matters the most.
And also, being a drummer, a lot of my contemporaries are losing their hearing, Jamie.
That's true. That's very true. Lose all your top end.
I'm still okay in that department.
Ah, good-o. Now, Dougie, out of all of the ones that you've done, which was your favourite?
Well, I was on Simon Mayo's programme, I'm name-dropping now, a couple of weeks back, and the guys I had the most fun with were the Wurzels.
Yes.
The Wurzels were lovely guys to work with. We had a giggle, I can tell you, or more than one giggle. But Combine Harvester, a lot of fun doing that. And Cider Drinker, the Wurzel stuff, well, it was a fun thing, you know.
Come on, I'm going to have to see if I've got that. What a tune. This must have been a right good laugh. Dougie Wright, thank you so much for coming on the phone to you. I love speaking to people like you. A wealth of experience, all of your faculties correct as well. Dougie Wright, thank you so much. What are you up to now?
Well, I'm a vocalist now also.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm inventing something which somebody's never done, which people have never done before. My roots are in jazz. So I'm now returning to my roots, and also I'm jazz rapping.
Jazz rapping?
Yes.
Shut the front door.
I'm calling my latest video A Load of Old Rap.
Oh, I like that one. You have to send it in. I'll give that a whirl.
And some of them are double rapped.
Oh, you little tinker.
But the thing is, it's all the old stuff, that's why it's old rap. All the stuff, the Fat Swallow stuff, the stuff from the 30s and 40s, the American songbook stuff. I'm reworking the whole thing and rapping it all. With just a tambourine at the moment, because I play a lot of tambourine things.
So it's just you rapping Fat Swallow with a tambourine?
So it's my voice accompanied by a tambourine.
Wow, I think that sounds extraordinary. Dougie, send us in a copy. I'd love to have a listen to that. Thank you so much for getting in touch. Did I eat mushrooms for lunch? Rapping with a tambourine? Extraordinary. What a guy, though. Imagine that.